वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित
गीत नृत्य
Namaste. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I heartily welcome you to the 12th episode of GITA-NRITYA under the high patronage of Indian Embassy in France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris in association with Samanvay Foundation for Performing Arts are presenting you GITA-NRITYA in making Bhagavad-Gita and a concept in making Bhagavad-Gita relevant to the present generation. Through arts, dance, music, puppetry, painting, and many more. We are supported by NamVara Studios, Bengaluru, EKA Unity from Portugal, and Samskaara, Bharathi, India. This is the 12th episode of GITA-NRITYA, and we have our guest today, our honorable guest, Guru Sharmila Sharma, who is based out of France, Paris. Namaste. Namaste, Sharmila Didi. Thank you so much for accepting our invite and being a part of this webinar series of GITA-NRITYA, which we are presenting as part of Amrit Mahotsav, celebrating 75 years of Indian independence. To introduce our associations, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, founded by Pradyumna and I, is based out of Paris, promoting Indian music, dance, yoga, and scriptures. Its projects have been recognized by Ministry of Culture, Government of India and France, ICCR, and different Indian embassies across the globe. We are also invited by the UNESCO to curate cultural events as part of promoting Indian culture globally. Carnatic Conservatory is committed to spread knowledge about Indian music supported by scientific research. It's recently collaborated with National Academy of Sciences, Azerbaijan, to do the first ever study of Indian Raga and Azerbaijan Mugam academically. CC Paris has many firsts to its name. One such most important project is where we worked tirelessly to introduce Indian classical vocal instrument, Veena, and dance as part of curriculum in a French conservatory, which is the first in any European conservatory. We are very happy to be collaborating with Veena Murthy Vijay Ma'am's Samanvay Foundation. Veena Murthy Vijay Ma'am is a dancer with a commitment towards the propagation of Indian dance tradition all over the world. Veena's rare grace and dramatic talent have taken her to great heights in her chosen art form, Kuchipudi. In an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades, Veena has been honored with State Award Karnataka Kalashri by the Karnataka Sangeeta-Nritya Academy for the year 2009-10. Veena is the director of Sri Rajarajeshwari Kalaniketan, imparting Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi style of dance. Samanvay has been her brainchild, a dance company and an institution imparting training in dance for academic diplomas and degree courses which are job ready and affiliated to Bangalore University. Under the high patronage of Indian Embassy in France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, to celebrate 75 years of Indian independence, curates Bhagavad-Gita Doodle videos from starting January, and we have completed 35 episodes of Bhagavad-Gita Doodles. These videos are again reshared and recognized by different Indian embassies across the world. Recently, we even had appreciation from the Honorable Minister of State, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi from the Ministry of Culture and Permanent Delegation of India at UNESCO. We would now like to share one such doodle videos for you.
Under the high patronage of the Indian Embassy, France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris presents the Bhagavad-Gita, Episode 34. Sanjay Uvacha Evamuktva Hrishikesha Gudakeshah Parantapaha Nayocha iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babhuvaha. Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. Tam uvacha Hrishikeshah prahasan iva Bharata senayor ubhayor madhye vishidantam idam vachaha. Sanjaya continues, O Dhritarashtra, thereafter, in the midst of both the armies, Sri Krishna smilingly spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. By using the name Gudakesha for Arjuna, Sanjaya is subtly hinting to Dhritarashtra, just as this hero amongst men conquered sleep, so too will he conquer his despondency. Sanjaya mentions Sri Krishna as Hrishikesha or master of mind and senses. The subtle hint here is that he who is the master of his senses will definitely ensure that the events are properly managed. In sharp contrast to Arjuna's words of lamentation, Sri Krishna smiled. Such is the equanimous attitude exhibited by someone with knowledge in all situations. With our incomplete understanding, we find faults with the situations we are in. We complain and grumble about them. We wish to run away from them. And hold them responsible for our misery. But the enlightened souls inform us that the world created by God is perfect in every way, and both good and bad situations come to us for a divine purpose. They are all arranged for our spiritual evolution to push us upward in our journey towards perfection. Time to reflect. Knowledgeable and experienced remain calm, where unwise is perplexed. Isn't it? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Thank you. So, that was one such Doodle episode. And now it is time to reflect with Guru Sharmila Sharma Didi and Veena Murthy Vijay ma'am. To introduce our artist of the day, Sharmila Sharma belongs to a family of artists. Her first stage experience dates back to when she was only 3, so she's a prodigy. This debut performance captivated the hearts of the audience and she won the first prize. After initial training in folk dances as well as in Kathak from her mother Tara Sharma, Sharmila joined the renowned Kathak Kendra in New Delhi. Sharmila's talent blossomed under the tutelage of Pandit Rajendra Kumar Gangani and under the guidance of the renowned Pandit Birju Maharaj. She became a professional dancer at the age of 14 and has since been performing in India and in festivals at an international level. She is the first Kathak dancer who has established Kathak in France. Sharmila is settled in Paris where she started teaching Kathak in the 90s. Year after year, she has made her students and audience discover the quintessence of Kathak. She conducts workshops and gives Kathak recitals on a regular basis. A tireless and passionate artist, she performs flitting between Europe and India, where connoisseurs and general audiences alike appreciate her art. As an ambassador of this classical art form, which is technically rigorous with a lot of virtuosity blended with aestheticism, Sharmila pursues relentlessly her quest to find new ways of developing and nurturing her creativity, which delicately sublime beauty, intelligence, and sensitivity. She's an impaneled artist of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, ICCR. She has performed across many prestigious festivals in India and abroad. To name a few, Taj Mahotsav, Chakradhar Samaroha, Sri Raghavendra Temple, Bharat Bhavan Bhopal, and she has also performed in a choreography ballet called Geeta Govind for national television channel Doordarshan in Delhi. And she's also had an opportunity to perform at Smithsonian Museum, Washington, St. Louis International Dance Festival, performed for ICMC Dallas and London and Indian Film Festival and Indian Cultural House of Indian Embassy and International Music Festival Tuscany at the Fest Festival Morocco and Namaste India Festival Bucharest, Romania and Kathak Flamenco Oriental Dancing Creation Tour Germany, Switzerland, France, Italy and many other countries. Sharmila Didi, we are very, very happy to be receiving you today as part of GITA-NRITYA episode to discuss the influence of Bhagavad-Gita in your life and the reflection of the journey of Krishna's life lessons in your life. Veena ma'am? You're on mute.
Thank you, Bhavana. The Doodle videos are so impactful, and I have been receiving some very, very good reports after watching it. Congratulations to you, Bhavana, for this beautiful contribution to our Indian culture.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vishayendriya samyogat yad agre amruta panam. Pariname visham eva tat sukham rajasam smritam. This is said by Lord Krishna about the pleasure that we get initially. The shloka that you were talking about by Sanjaya also relates to the same aspect. Happiness is said to be in the mode of passion when it is derived from the contact of senses with their objects. Such happiness is like nectar at first, but poison at the end. Today, we have a very renowned artist who has imbibed that passion to something very, very positive through her senses and consciousness by relentless practice and devotion towards her art. She has reached the heights of Kathak. Kathak is a dance form essentially originating from North India. I would like to relate Kathak today, especially to Krishna's legend. The earliest form of Kathak was related to the stories of Krishna. The word Kathak comes from the word Katha, which means story or tale. Kathak has always been closely associated with Krishna's legends. The earliest mention of Kathak as an art form is found in Arjuna Vanavasa chapter, that is the Adi Parva of Mahabharata, which is so important today for this episode. It is regarded to have been a mimetic representation of Puranic literature accompanied with dance. Kathakars were Grantikas, reciting stories related to Vishnu and Krishna. When Krishna was identified as an avatara of Vishnu, Grantikas began narrating Krishna-based stories, and during the time, a rich musical theatre form had grown out of the rich Krishna theatre tradition of Mathura region. It is believed that Kathavachan, the earliest form of Kathak, was exclusively based on Krishna's legend. The Bhakti centering on Krishna. Today's topic is going to be Bhakti and also its various forms. The Kanta Bhava, worship of Krishna and Rukmini, and Madhura Bhava, worship of Krishna and Radha. These are the two concepts which are mainly practiced in this earlier Kathak form. The most notable compositions are of the great Ashtachapkaras. They are the 8 poets which are very, very important in the origin of Kathak when we observe. Today, it's almost, it's very stylized, and there is a fear of forgetting these Ashtachapkaras, the 8 poets. These were the followers of Vallabhacharya during the Bhakti movement. So Vallabhacharya and Vaidyanath, named as Surdas, Kumbhan-das, Nanda-das, Armananda-das, Chaturbhuja-das, Krishna-das, Govinda-swami, and Chit-swami. These were the 8 poets who produced a wealth of lyrical songs narrating the various episodes of Krishna's life with special emphasis on the Madhura Bhava. And all of them, believe me, were well versed in Bhagavad-Gita. Kathak dancers literally used these songs. They used these songs and for their recitals. Krishna's childhood pranks depicted Surdas were the epitome of Vatsalya Rasa. Even while depicting Sringara Rasa, Madhura Bhava, Krishna's legends were shown. Various compositions like Amargam that we have in Bharatanatyam are there even in the repertoire of Kathak. One is Nikas. Of course, I don't want to go into all those details. And Krishna is symbolized in this Nikas also. Kavita, the poems which are recited in the form of dance. Then Tumri, which is very beautiful lyrical representation and danced with a very great aplomb. And then many other poetries which are there. So today we have with us Sharmila ji, who is a child prodigy, and I would love to share some of my experiences along with you, with the audience today. And we're very, very happy to have you all the way from Paris to this GITA-NRITYA. So what does Kathak mean for you, and how did you imbibe this beautiful art?
Kathak means to me now, in this age, before I learned, I started with Bharatanatyam also. I have learned little bit Bharatanatyam because when I was very young, I was doing Kathak, then I saw Bharatanatyam. When you are a child, you like to dress up and a lot of jewelry, and that was, I said, wow, Bharatanatyam, they have more beautiful jewelry and costume than Kathak that time. Then I learned Bharatanatyam, but not long time. And Kathak I was learning from childhood, from my mom. Then after my mom, she said, if you want to really, I want to become a dancer like her, but I'm sure I will never be like her, as good as her. So she's my first guru. So it was my dream from childhood. One day I will go on stage and perform. I decided, I think it's not me. Dance has chosen me. I can't say that I chosen dance because I'm really very lucky to be a dancer. I was very good science student also. So academically, I was very good also, and I was finishing all my homework in school. So when I come home, I can practice. My mom was teaching always to student and performing and many things happening, rehearsal, full day. So all homework was finishing in school. So when I come, I can dance and I can enjoy how she's teaching, how she's performing. And my first choreography I did, I was only 7 years old. Because from childhood, I was watching my mom, how she's teaching, how she's doing choreography. So one day we had a school function and my mom, she told that I'm not going to choreograph for your class. So you do yourself. I was very angry. I said, my sister, you are doing some another, my friends, you are doing not for me. She said, no, you do yourself. You can. If something is not wrong, then I will help you. So I choreographed for 20 girls along with me. And I choreographed one small choreography of 8 minutes. It was folk dance and little step of Kathak, because my mom, she's as non-Kathak dancer and Rajasthani folk dancers. She's actually from Rajasthan. So when I choreograph, I say, okay, then my mom and my dad, they saw that I think this girl, she will do only this. Good on study, but I want to go only one side. I can't put my feet on two boat. And I was very focused from childhood. What I want to do, I will do this. And then my mom, she said, if you really want to become dancer, go and join some good institute and learn properly. I don't want you to do half-half. And then I started with Jaipur style with my Guruji, Pandit Rajendra Kumar Gangani ji. Pandit Rajendra Kumar Gangani ji's father was Guru of my mom. So when I was only three and a half years old, when he was teaching my mom, I was just, I tried to copy him. And one day he told to my mom, this girl, when she will be little mature, little big, I think 12, 13, then you send to me, I will teach her, because one day she will be a good dancer. He saw when I was 3 and a half. Then I joined Kathak Kendra. I learned with my first guru. It was something missing in me. I say, yeah, I'm dancing. People, they start to say that young Roshan Kumari ji, the great Jaipur Gharana dancer, because I was performing, I was winning all competition and performance, learning. Then I said, no, something was missing in me. And one day I saw Maharaji performance. And I said, my search is finished with Maharaji. I say, if I learn, if I practice Kathak, I will do only this. I asked my first guru permission, because normally students, they turn one guru to another guru. But my mom, she said, you want to learn Maharaji first, you ask your first guru. If he is agree, then you do, otherwise forget to learn with Maharaj. Then I went, my first Guruji was very kind. He said, no, if you like, you go there and I will be always for you here. He came many times to Paris to perform. I had chance to perform with my first guru. So then I went to Maharaji. And when I reached to Maharaji, when I saw Maharaji out teaching, how deep this art, before it was only just performance for me. Then I say, no, this is more deeper than just getting applause from public. Then I start to go a little more into, and Maharaji, he prayed for Krishna. That is his God. So I went into Krishna side also. So I pray Vishnu, Krishna, I pray all gods. So I went to more know about Krishna, grace of my Guru, Pandit Birju Maharajji. And like this is, life continues. 15 years I did my courses in Delhi Kathak Kendra. And then I came here, and I was teaching in India also, but then I came here to start Kathak here. When I came, I had only 2 students. Nobody knows Kathak. And I had very difficulties. I had lot of doubt whether I'm good, I'm not enough good. And that time, fortunately, I read some part of Bhagavad-Gita, because I cannot say that I had read full Bhagavad-Gita, just some. Then that shloka, Karmanyavadikaraste, I think all dancers, all practitioners, they believe on that. I say, no, I should do my karma. And whatever God will give, I will go with that. So like this is a small journey from Jaipur to till Paris. I did this.
Beautiful journey.
Ma'am, your microphone is off.
How come it's switching it off? I said it was beautiful journey that you've had. A very, very nice one. The Vedas refer to happiness in the mode of goodness as Shreya. which is unpleasant in the present, but ultimately very beneficial. In contrast to this, Preya, which is pleasant in the beginning, but ultimately harmful. So you have practiced Kathak, which is very, very difficult in the beginning because of the body ache and the tatkars that you have to do, the speeds that you have to really achieve in your footwork. But later, the fruits and the results are there today. So can we beautifully play that episode of Draupadi, is what I've heard from Bhavana today for the audience. Wonderful.
This is this choreography. It's something, a strange thing. When I was, I think it's 3.5, 4 years old, we had one calendar of this one Gita-Updesh. Arjun is sitting down and telling, he's refusing Krishna that I'm not going to fight with my family, my brother, my guru. And another, it's on the same calendar, top there was Draupadi Chirharan. Then I was very curious child. So I asked my mom, I said, what is happening? I didn't know that time, this Gita, nothing, why they pull Draupadi sari. Then I questioned my mom. I say, why they are pulling sari and why he's refusing. Maybe he's sad that why they are pulling sari of this. Then my mom, she explained me all the story. And few years after, I think it was 93, I choreographed this. And I had that image of this calendar in my mind. And with that, I choreographed this all. Normally, it's Gita-Updesh, just we take part of when Arjun and Krishna, they are going to fight. And not Draupadi Chirharan. No, this is my guru composition, Vijay Maharajji. And then I say when I was coming to France, I say, if I don't give the reason why they fight for this, people, they don't know. Because if they don't pull sari of Draupadi, there will be no fight, nothing happen. So I put little Draupadi Chirharan in the beginning. And that choreography imagination came from that calendar, which I saw at home. So it was this choreography, and especially in Lucknow style, very rare ladies, they dance mostly Thumri, the Abhinaya part, they will do more Radha, Krishna, Meera, but not male part, they don't play much. But I say, why not? All classical dancer, they are doing this both part. They are showing Vishnu, they are showing Krishna, we show sometimes. Then I say, no, I should do something for this also. So it was a challenge for me. I took permission from my guru. I took a lot of advice from him. I got a lot of advice. And then I say, no, we are like a Ardhanarishwar, we have all in our body. I feel that. We have feminine.
GITA-NRITYA is all about bringing these thoughts by the dancers and their experiences. Exactly. And Bhavana has she has put together many shlokas. Of course, both of us have chosen the shlokas, but it is she who has composed the music, and it is she who chose which shloka should go to which dance guru and the exponent after a lot of thought and discussion. And she has beautifully composed and composed the music for all these shlokas, which are very suitable to dance. Bhavana, can you please share? Can you hear us, Bhavana?
So I will share one of the episodes of what Sharmila Didi has performed first. And
before you share, this is about Bhagavad-Gita, right?
Yes.
So if you can please tell us how you got to compose, because Bharatanatyam is different, Kuchipudi is different, Kathak is different. So how did you think, and just share with us the kind of musical compositions that you have woven?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. The journey has been so wonderful. It's like 12 weeks of continuous episodes that we are curating, but I think our discussion started much earlier to that, and we were conceptualizing many ideas as to how the flow of events should be. I think it's been a wonderful journey for me all through these many months now. So one thing that I definitely find commonality is the Shruti Shuddha, or the pitch purity, is regarded as a very much a necessity, be it in Carnatic or the Sur in Hindustani music. We consider Shrutir Mata Laya Pita, which is Shruti is the mother and Laya the father, and this is definitely a popular saying in the Carnatic music world. The Carnatic music is melodically more complex. Hindustani is about more of notes held long and leisurely unfolding the raga. Carnatic is more about heavily ornamented, and with the kampita, the gamakas, they are much complex, and I think many things happen in very short time in Carnatic music. But Hindustani, it gradually allows us to open up with the raga, and just like a flower blossoming. So and I find this very much in one of the shlokas or one of Krishna's lessons, which is duality. Duality, according to Krishna, what he says is duality means you cannot understand one thing without understanding the other. So I think understanding Hindustani music and how it flows is very important when I was choosing a raga, or when I was composing through the understanding. Even the verses have so much of meaning. Every word has a meaning. So when we are singing, it's not just about singing, but understanding what we sing, and the flow of raga as well should go according to the words or what the dancer can express. Being a Bharatanatyam dancer, I can visualize something, but of course, there is so much of creativity that happens when we give it to the artist, and that is the beauty of it. There's we can imagine something and performing, we can imagine something and create music, but when it gels with what the dancer wants to express, I think that is when that confluence of both music and dance brings in that effect. I think that experience, the entire experience.
So, Sharmila ji, what was your experience when you heard Bhavana's shloka? What kind of thoughts came to you? Or did you find it interesting? Because she is essentially a South Indian musician, but she has given score for Hindustani kind of style.
I have worked a lot with Bharatanatyam dancer. In the beginning, when we were very young, I used to perform. My first experience was with Rama Vaidyanathan. We performed together a lot for Kathak Bharatanatyam. She was also, we were just upcoming artists. That time I performed. So I know already little bit Carnatic music, but I don't know really. So Bhavana, she asked me, she said, Didi, which raga you want? I said, please feel free. Because I'm somebody, even my musician, I say you compose in any raga, which you feel real is coming from your heart. Because for dancer, we need very, if singer are not singing good, we can't show our emotion. I need somebody to sing from heart. So I asked, she said, Didi, which raga you prefer, which raga I compose? I say, you decide everything yourself. I'm not going to tell you which raga. You give me, and Bhavana, you can't believe, but every morning before I wake up, your shloka is turning in my mind. I said, please stop. I said, no, every day, every time when I'm sitting free also, your shloka is turning in my mind.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This definitely best.
And she did very nicely. And I supposed to give video long time back. And unfortunately, I made an accident. So I told Bhavana, I'm going to give you just, yesterday I given my recording. So how beautifully she sings. Just I flow with my choreography. I improvise a lot. Even in Abhinaya, I improvise a lot. So just I say, let my heart to flow and let my body to react with her music. So I hope I given justice to your singing.
Oh, Didi, that's such a big word, big compliment. Thank you so much for that.
And Bhavana, coming from such a legendary artist, very nice.
Thank you.
Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as an oblation to the sacred fire, wherever you bestow a gift, or whatever austerities you perform, O son of Kunti, do them as an offering to me. Today, the shloka that we will have is about Bhakti. So Krishna says, the superiority of pure Bhakti, solely directed towards him, will lead to moksha. There are 9 kinds of bhaktis, the Navavidha Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. This is prescribed by none other than Prahalada, the son of Hiranyakashipu, the greatest Vishnu Bhakta. So how have you treated the bhakti part of it in this shloka, Sharmila ji?
Whenever I dance in this age, this is stage, I can say, not this age, this is stage. Before it was just choreography, I was more into music, more into choreography. But now I feel since few years, then whatever I'm doing, this is my offering from my body, my soul to my God. And I feel with this shloka, I have done one another also, Shiv Manas Puja. So it's almost, it's for me, it's the same thing which shloka you have chosen. It's more, a lot of similarity in my feeling, I can say that. So with that, I'm offering all with my body, with my soul. And so it was my offer to my God, my beloved God. So I try to do a little bit this way.
Can we have the
Yes.
a wonderful rendition. And I would like to talk about three aspects of the Navavidha Bhakti, which is already there. One is, of course, Smaranam. That is the constant remembrance of God. And we can consider this Smaranam, which is there by many of our bhaktas or even dancers, unless we constantly think. And we are so lucky that we are constantly thinking of God by way of our lives. Then Pada Sevanam is the worship of Lord by concentrating upon his feet, which also we do. Every time we bow to our gurus, every time we bow to our elders, today that great culture has come because of this attitude of bhakti that has been imbibed by our gurus in us. Then archanam, that is the worship of a deity or an idol, which we do when we dance. We have an idol of Lord Krishna, we have an idol of Lord Nataraja, and then we worship him. And then seva, as a servant. We are completely surrendered to him and we are at his service all the time. Then Sakhyam, he becomes our friend. Krishna, we fight with him, he becomes our lover, he becomes our father, he becomes our enemy, he becomes our friend. The Sakhyam, it's a greatest example is the Bhagavad-Gita that we have today. And then, of course, Atma Nivedanam. Just now, when we saw beautifully, when you did that Anjali Hasta and completely gave it, so full of emotion and so full of devotion, your soul was completely immersed with Lord Krishna. That is Atma Nivedanam. We give ourselves up, body, mind, and soul to Lord Krishna. What else can we ask for? And dance and music is so dear to us that it has chosen us and these bodies for us to read and realize this great heights. What has been your experience in terms of Kathak as a narrative-oriented dance form? Because today, what we see in Kathak repertoire is the tatkar or is the shusha of one ghat like that, and then everybody claps. And then one more tumbi or tihai like that, and then they follow. This has become the practice now. You know, they go to the mic and recite one very complicated rhythmic structure of a tihai, and then they come back and do the football. It's all very nice, it's beautiful. But what happens to the ghatnikas? What happens to the tumris? Or what happens to all these beautiful abhangs and bhajans, which is by Surdas and other great poets, which was earlier the content of Kathak. And since you have come from the lineage of Durgalal ji, he was one of the main gurus who brought to light all these compositions, apart from, of course, Vijay Maharaj ji and Rajendra Gangani ji. So how has that influenced your choreography now? How do you use them?
Kathak is really the perfect word to explain what is the Kathak today. This I have done when I was, I think, 13, 14 years, because I want people to clap for me. But as
I saw that in your dance.
Before, not now. And that also, I'm really very lucky to born into family where is mother is my guru. So whenever I perform, I say, yeah, people, when finish program, people, they say, yeah, very good. My mother, she used to say, near everybody, she used to say, what you did, this was not correct. And she show me near all people, even public, near people, public, she say, what you did, next time if you dance, better stop dancing. No need to dance, because this is a worship. It's not an exhibition. If you want to take one art, I feel to learn one art, I think one life is not enough. Just, I think I have found one drop in an ocean. That knowledge I know now. I can say that. One drop of ocean I know now. So Kathak, before I like this, but as I went more practice, everyday practicing. So when you do your riyaz practice every day, you reach to one level, you start to leave all this fancy thing. It's a moksha. You go to moksha. So this all desire has disappeared for me now. I do. Even technical part, I feel like I'm doing my worship to God. Even technical part. Now, this age. Before, no, it was just public have to clap for me. Even if they clap, it won't distract me now. So this is the working more, going deep into dance, and listening my Guru, Birju Maharaji, have very big impact in my dance journey, in my life, I can say. So even when I practice, his picture is just front of me. So I feel that he is here. I believe that he is always with me. Whatever I choreograph, before I don't think what I'm going to choreograph, just I close eyes and I say, okay, now I'm starting, please guide me. And I'm getting guidance from him. This is my belief. And I feel I have seen God as form of my Guru. I found the God. Of course, I pray every day. I know that Tirupati, I go to Tirupati whenever I'm in South. So I pray all God. But now really, if I have seen God, that is my Guru is here. He's my God now. So I believe he guide me everything, whatever I do, he guide me. Even for song, it was very difficult to dance Bhavana with your song because it's really melodic. Sometimes I forget my movement. I did almost 10 to 15 take for one choreography because I was going with your song and I said, oh my God, I am not in that meaning now. I should control a little bit. So this is the music. It was something very deep experience to work with Bhavana. This is first time we are working together. And I approached to her. I said, Bhavana, we should do something together because really I like your singing. How you sing is touching my soul when you sing. She has something special, this girl.
Yes, she has something in her soul. And rightly, her parents have named her Bhavana because her music is full of bhava.
Exactly. So as I come back to my story, so this, when you leave all ego, when you say that I'm Sharmila, I'm the dancer, I'm known, people, they like, they clap. So now, when I start to think that I'm Sharmila on stage, the beauty of my art is blossom, I think, more and more.
That is Atma Nivedanam.
Exactly, Atma Nivedanam. So this was little, I think some people, they think I'm mad because, God, you can't see God. No, I see. When I dance, I see. He's there.
The great scholar Hiryana says, this part of Atma Nivedan, he puts it in a very different way. He says the artist has to experience the rasa first. Only then can he completely, give it or serve it to the audience. And that actually is the path to the Atma Nivedan.
Same thing when, as you told, artists have to experience their rasa. When I was learning, when you are young, you don't feel, we can do more beautifully either Raudra, either Shringar. These two rasa. When you are 11, 12, 13, 15, 18, you will do more better this two part. Anger and Karuna can come also.
Anger comes first for all the youngsters.
But I am somebody
the easiest rasa to get nowadays children.
That is
immediately open their eyes and they will show it. It's
exactly.
the easiest.
But I say, I was talking about my mom, with my Guru. I say, how is? Then my mom, she gave me one example. I said, when you cry, go and look you into mirror. That time when you perform, you will feel that time. You should keep that image in your eyes. When you are doing something Karuna, your tears should not fall, but you feel your face how it was. So I learned Navrasa by watching myself into mirror. And I think it's the experience of life we get and we grow more and more and we pass with all rasa in life. I feel we have almost all rasa. Till now, I have experienced almost all rasas. Every day we won't do. We do at least Shringara or Raudra, as Meena, you have told just now. These two rasa we do often.
And a very interesting part in Kathak style is, of course, it's relating to the Gati Prachara in Natya Shastra, is the Gatnikas and the Chal.
Yeah.
The Chal is so beautiful. It's unique to Maharaji. Yes. I love it. It is imbibed in all of us. We can never forget his performances. So how have you taken those elements into the shloka now? Of course, I didn't find the Chal or anything, but I saw that in Draupadi that you had done. So what was that Chal? What is the name? Do you know? I mean, if it's too technical, we can leave it out, but if you can explain what is your thought on that.
Chala, when we are, it is the process of our learning also, because as I told you, Maharajji or the Katha Kendra, all gurus are very great who is teaching there. And particularly with Maharajji for Chal, everything, he said, when you walk, Chal means is walking. Everybody knows Hindi, Chal, Chalna. So its words came from there. So how you walk, your body should reflect on that. Like if you are walking like Krishna, it should be more soft walking. If you are walking like Arjuna, it should be more stiff walking. You have seen that. I was driving the Ratha of with Krishna.
So beautifully done.
Yeah. So
I mean, we could see the mime. We could really feel that. That happens only when you are immersed in it. The Satvika should be there inside. That I am Krishna, I'm driving a chariot. At the same time, Sharmila is also there.
Yeah, Sharmila is there. Just
detached and detached. His duality is all the time parallel. They never meet, but they are trying to meet.
Yeah.
How do you see that?
Sure, Sharmila is there. But when I'm performing Krishna, it can't be Sharmila, because I walk really in big cities, you know, in Bangalore or in Paris, everywhere. We walk just fast, not to miss metro, not to miss this and that. So just its beauty, it's come when you start to dance. So Sharmila, of course, I can't separate myself from what I'm presenting. The reality is Sharmila. Just through my experience, I'm presenting the all characters. And in Kathak, you have seen like Gat Nikas or Gat Bhava. Without telling any word, we are showing the expression on it. Like Krishna, I throw the stone and then without any words. So that is, I think, I'm sure in Bharatanatyam also, or any other classical dance.
Please show it. It's very nice.
Like, Veena ma'am, I think you're, yeah.
Absolutely pleasing and so beautiful and magnetic. Really nice.
All credit go to
it's
my
inside you.
It's everything goes to him. I'm only medium to present that.
So with these words, I would like Bhavana to conclude this evening.
We have one more performance talking about the thing, so we will continue with that. Dvavimo, wherein we just spoke about duality, and this continues with that.
उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः
Beautiful. Amazing.
Bhavana, really, it was something.
It was very touching when you did that Anya, right? Like the flow of music and the dance. I think that's so wonderfully brought that confluence of music and dance through Bhagavad Gita, and I feel so blessed that I'm able to contribute to this, and such legends are working on this project and contributing their time and services to make this dream of making Bhagavad Gita relevant to the present generation. So thank you so much again, Sharmila Didi. So to talk about what she just did, it means that there are two kinds of beings in the creation: the Akshara, which is the perishable, and the Akshara, the imperishable. The perishable are all beings in the material realm, and the imperishable are the liberated ones. And the next one, besides this, is the Supreme Divine Personality, who is the indestructible Supreme Soul. He enters the three worlds as the unchanging controller and supports all living beings. So it can be he can live in a dog or a person or a bird or a butterfly. So we see God in everything, and I think that is what we saw today, we experienced today. We saw God, we saw that higher energies, the divinity in the performance today, and through the art form, through the music, through the dance, and definitely through you, Didi, as part of this GITA-NRITYA. We are very happy again, and thank you so much for being part of this GITA-NRITYA series, which Carnatic Conservatory of Paris and Samanvay Foundation is bringing every Sunday. We have the next Sunday, we have Kripa Padke ma'am, who is based out of Mysuru, India, will be joining us as part of the 13th episode of GITA-NRITYA. We request you all to be logging in again at the comfort of your house and help us make Bhagavad Gita relevant to the present generation through GITA-NRITYA. Thank you all again for being patient and being there for us today. We also have few audience thoughts which they have shared. Didi, I would like to share this with you. Beautiful presentation, soulful choreography and presentation. Sharmila Didi showed us how childhood impressions stay with us forever. Beautiful, very pleasing, so subtle, amazing. Audience have thoroughly enjoyed your performance today, and thank you once again for being part of GITA-NRITYA. Thank you again. We will be having next episode with Kripa Padke at the same time, 6 o'clock Indian time and 2:30 French time. Thank you all again for being part of us. And
thank you, Bhavana and Veena ji, for to share my experience with you both. Thank you so much. I have learned a lot of things from Veena also today. To hearing whatever you are explaining, I will try to follow in my life more and more now. Thank you so much for inviting, and it was a great pleasure to be part of GITA-NRITYA.
Thank you, Sharmila Didi, and thank you,
Bhavana.
your
Thank you,
wonderful.
Pradyumna. Thank you, Prasanna, Surya, and Mahesh, and
Yes.
Samskaara Bharathi for supporting this beautiful project, and also the High Commission of Paris.
Thank you. The Indian Embassy in Paris, France, has conveyed their wishes to us, and we are always grateful for the patronage that we have received to bring these series to you. Thank you so much again. Yeah.
सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित
GITA-NRITYA